Hello, this is Charlene. We're going to solve a word problem finding consecutive even numbers. We need to kind of consider what we know about consecutive even numbers in algebra. The first number, which will also be the second number, will always be reflected in a single variable. Our favorite variable in algebra is x. The second number will be reflected as x plus 2, and the third number x plus 4. Let's look quickly at an example of that. If we have 2 and 4, and 4 and 6, we can call this x, but then if we want to get to the 4, we would say x plus 2 to get to the 4. But then if we want to get to the 6, we would say x plus 4 would get us to the 6. Now if we wanted a fourth number to get from the 2 to the 8, we would add x plus 6. If you notice, these are always multiples of 2. So 2, 4, 6, and it will continue on multiples of 2. So that's how we're going to set up each of those. Our first number will be reflected as an x, our second number x plus 2, and our third number x plus 4. So let's look at our specific word problem today. We have a word problem that says that we want 3 consecutive even numbers such that the sum of the smallest number and twice the middle number is 20 more than the largest number. Okay, so let's break that down and see how we can convert it to math language. Okay, so I have a sum. A sum is a plus. It says sum of the smallest number. What would we like to call the smallest number? Well, right now I'm just going to call it S. That helps me think about it. It's the smallest number. And twice the middle number. Well, twice the middle number, I can think of it as 2 times the middle number. Okay, and then it says it is always means equals in math language, is 20 more. Well, anytime I see that phrase 20 more, I'm going to think plus 20. Well, what is it 20 more than? It's 20 more than the largest number. So now let's start writing this out. We have a sum. What is it the sum of? It's the sum of the smallest number and 2 times the middle number. 2 times the middle number. So there is the sum of the smallest number and twice the middle number. And then we say that this is equal to 20 more. Remember, that's plus 20, but I'm always going to put a plus 20 or minus 20 or plus 100 or whatever at the back end. I'm going to put it down here at the back or at the end. So plus 20, because what is it plus 20 or more than? It's 20 more than the largest number. Okay, so hopefully that helps you kind of work through how to start converting that English word problem into a math language problem, which is a math equation. Okay, so here's the thing. We need to go back to how do we set up these things with x variables. Well, the first one is going to be set up as an x. The smallest number will be the x. So I am going to call this x. I'm going to call the smallest number x. And then it says plus 2 times the middle number. Well, the middle number in my sequence of 3 would be the second number. So the second number is going to be x plus 2. So the middle number, which is also the second number, is x plus 2. And then that's equal to the largest. Well, the largest is the third one in my sequence. Well, the third one, which is also the largest, will be the x plus 4. So I'm going to put x plus 4 to represent the third or the largest number in my sequence of 3, plus the 20. Okay, so does that make sense? I now have the smallest number, which is the first one, plus 2 times the second number, which is the middle number, is equal to the largest number plus 20, because it is 20 more than the largest number. Okay, hopefully that helps you think through that. We now have a nice equation that is pretty simple to work because it only has one variable, x, x, x. Any equation in one variable, we can use order of operations to solve rather simply. So let's go ahead and start combining our like terms. We've got x. I can go ahead and distribute this 2 into the parentheses in order to eliminate the parentheses. So that's plus 2x plus 4. and that's going to be equal to x. And let's go ahead and combine the 4 and the 20 because those are both constants. They are like terms. So let's go ahead and combine those as well. 24. Okay, so at that point, let's continue combining things. I've got an x plus a 2x right here, so let's go ahead and change that to 3x plus the 4 equals x plus the 24. So now we need to start moving things on other sides of that equal sign. I've got an equal sign here in the middle, so let's go ahead and move the x from this side to this side. So let's go ahead and do minus x on both sides. So minus x, that's going to give me 2x. Let's go ahead and also move the 4 over. So minus 4 on both sides, minus 4. So these are canceling, and then I am left with 20 on this side. Then at that point I have 2x is equal to 20. I can eliminate that 2 by dividing both sides by the 2, and that gives me an x equal to 10. Well, again, we realize that our x up here is equal to our first number in consecutive series of numbers. So that means my first number is going to be the 10. And if I have an even number, I'm going to add 2 to it, and it's going to be 12. And then I will add 4 to the 10, which would be 14. And that is going to give me my sequence of 3 consecutive even numbers that meet all the criteria in the original word problem. Hopefully that helps you think through the process. Click on the subscribe button, click on the like button. We'll see you back soon.